SITREP World Briefing for August 6, 2026. Russia launched a major missile and drone attack on Kyiv and the surrounding region, killing 17 people and wounding dozens. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said the capital's depleted air defenses failed to stop any of the incoming weapons. Ukrainian officials used the strike to renew their appeal for more Patriot interceptors and other air defense support, arguing that shortages are now translating directly into civilian deaths. The attack on Kyiv came as Russian forces also kept up pressure in eastern Ukraine, with Moscow's troops reported about 20 kilometers from Kramatorsk, a key Donetsk region city. Nigerian authorities said joint security forces rescued 308 kidnapping victims in what the government described as the country's largest single-day hostage recovery operation. The group included 163 villagers who had been seized during a deadly attack earlier this year. The operation highlighted the scale of mass abductions carried out by armed groups across northern and central Nigeria, where kidnappings for ransom have become a persistent security and governance challenge. The rescue is significant because of the number of abductees recovered. Nigerian federal and state authorities are relying on coordinated military and security sweeps to confront criminal networks that often operate across remote rural areas. Kidnapping has evolved into one of Nigeria's destabilizing security threats, affecting villages, highways, and schools. Large rescues such as this one are watched as a measure of whether President Bola Tinubu's government can restore state control in areas where armed gangs have operated. German authorities said a drone carrying explosives was discovered and defused on the tarmac at Leipzig airport, prompting an immediate security response at one of the country's most important cargo hubs. Police said the device was found near Ukrainian cargo planes and a bomb disposal robot was used as officials worked to secure the airfield. The discovery raised the prospect of a deliberate attack at a logistics site that connects Germany to major European and international freight routes. Authorities said a second flying object later struck a cargo aircraft, causing minor damage, and air traffic at Leipzig was briefly suspended while investigators assessed the threat. The incident has heightened concern in Germany about the vulnerability of civilian and commercial aviation infrastructure to low-cost drone attacks, especially at airports handling sensitive international cargo. Leipzig Airport is a strategic freight center, so even limited physical damage or temporary disruption there can carry broader implications for transport security, customs operations, and confidence in airport perimeter defenses. Singapore's parliament passed an amended Workers' Party motion on the future economy after a 9-hour debate that involved 24 members of parliament and 4 political office holders. The final motion incorporated 4 amendments backed by the government, while Workers' Party MPs recorded their dissent. The debate centered on how Singapore should update its growth model as slower productivity gains, restructuring pressures, and concerns over job security shape policy arguments in the city-state's trade-dependent economy. Workers' Party MPs argued in Singapore that the country should adopt an updated growth model that more directly benefits workers, including by considering minimum retrenchment benefits and unemployment insurance. Government representatives rejected the suggestion that the existing approach neglects Singaporeans, with Minister of State Dinesh Vasudash saying the economic blueprint has always been built around them. The clash highlighted a broader policy divide over whether Singapore should rely mainly on targeted support in labor market programs or formalize stronger social protections as industries adapt to technological change, global competition, and periodic layoffs. The outcome matters beyond a single opposition motion because Parliament in Singapore is increasingly a venue for detailed contest over labor policy, wages, and the terms of economic openness. For the government, preserving investor confidence and flexibility remains central in a country whose prosperity depends on finance, logistics, advanced manufacturing, and external trade. For the Workers' Party, pressing for firmer protections on retrenchment and unemployment is a way to test whether Singapore's social compact can be recalibrated without undermining competitiveness. By amending and then passing the motion, the chamber endorsed a version of the debate while making clear that the ruling party still intends to define the practical policy response. A piece of a SpaceX rocket was believed to have struck the moon on August 5th, creating a new crater on the lunar surface after years of traveling through space without control. The impact was not a planned mission event, but scientists said the collision offers a rare chance to observe how a relatively large human-made object excavates lunar soil and throws debris across an airless world. Because the moon has no weather and no atmosphere, fresh impact marks can preserve details that would quickly disappear on Earth, making the site valuable for planetary geologists and for teams preparing future lunar landings and surface operations. Researchers said the unexpected crash could help them test models of crater formation, measure how lunar material is blasted outward, and improve understanding of the moon's uppermost surface layer, known as regolith. That matters beyond academic study. NASA, commercial companies, and other space agencies are all planning new robotic and crewed operations on the moon, where surface dust, ejecta patterns, and impact behavior affect landing safety, hardware design, and site selection. Scientists describe the event as a scientific gift because the mass and speed of the incoming object can be estimated more closely than in many natural impacts, giving investigators a cleaner case study than they usually get from an ordinary meteoroid strike. Images of the new crater were not immediately available on August 5th because lunar spacecraft and cameras need time to pass over the impact area under the right viewing and lighting conditions before they can capture usable photographs. Scientists expect orbital imagery to play a central role in confirming the exact location and dimensions of the scar, and in comparing the fresh crater with earlier maps of the same terrain. Sources and the full written briefing are available at sitrepbrief.com.